I promise you. It'll be all right. Trust me.
Whoa.
Wow. Wow. Today, we are here to react to episodes 7 and 8 of TRIGUN Stampede. The last 2 episodes were absolutely insane. Wolfwood's backstory, it was peak TRIGUN, it was peak cinema, and so far this series has not missed a beat, has not let me down at all. This series has been so fun, and we're going through it so fast.
Yeah.
We only have a couple more recordings after this, and it feels like we just started. It hasn't lost any momentum. It hasn't lost any speed, and I'm excited to jump in. So let's just jump right into our first reaction today, our reaction to episode 7, titled
Wolfwood.
Wolfwood. If you're watching this on YouTube and you'd like to see the uncut, unedited, unobscured version of these reactions and all of our previous reactions, all you got to do is go to patreon.com/volume1pod, click join somewhere next to the subscribe button on this video. It matters. It helps. And you can even check out our Patreon for free for the first 7 days to see if it's right for you. You get access to not just these reactions, but our entire backlog. But with that out of the way, on to the reaction. Oh, I forgot we're in the middle of the two-parter.
Bridge to all hands! We've lost control of the hill! We're off course!
The new and improved legato.
Not good! We're gonna plow over the orphanage! Let's give them the old razzle dazzle!
They look like sea creatures.
We didn't have enough crap to deal with.
Bro, he's spinning that thing.
Bro, Rapture's like, don't kill him!
Yeah, no, I know.
How many of these bad lad goons are there? Run, you idiot! You're done!
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
He's fucked up.
I'll take care of you, even kill you.
Great photo op, right, Newsy?
Yeah. Okie doke. Say cheese for me, gang.
Oh my god, they love it.
Great.
What do you think you're doing?
You lose the Undertaker.
No, he's just...
Yikes, incoming.
Stand back, okay? Sorry, guys. I've got places to be.
Oh my god.
I was starting to think I knew who he was.
Is our Stampede's no human?
I have to catch up.
Oh my god.
I'll be just like Nico. I have to be.
Nico.
Catch up! We aren't kids. You can quit following me. You're such a pain. This sad puppy crap. It stops now.
Oh, got him.
Needle noggin?
Don't tell me about it. Just prepare the next eye.
Oh, he probably broke her hold over Livio.
Disgusting.
Maybe not? No.
It's important to you, yeah?
If I could save him, I would have by now.
Gotta wake up the real him!
You should stop babbling and focus on the fight. Who's behind this?
He just wants to be like Nico. I want to be like Nico.
An old memory.
What's going on?
This ends.
Jesus. The
Right
point
now.
blank shooting is fucking crazy.
Wake up, old pal. We both know who you are. The kid who hides under his blankie when his feelings get hurt. There you are.
And when your truth is challenged, remember
Ay,
who
yeah.
was always soul
The brainwashing.
absolute generation, and fueled by self-sacrifice.
Oh no, Livio!
Is that what you wanted?
Where devotion is divided, faith is bound to suffer. Without his brother and without the orphanage, he can become the perfect believer.
How's it moving? No crew down here.
That's cannon, right?
Ship can't drive straight, but can initiate an ion cannon.
Old Drunkle's out. Time to do what I
Old
do best.
Drunkle's out.
Please.
I know that car. What are those freaks doing here? We're stopping this bucket of bolts and the cannon too.
I'm too old for this crap. Well, damn. It's actually a spaceship.
I've never seen tech like this.
Seed.
Come on, work with
Oh,
me.
damn.
You did it!
Not quite yet. It's not working. The shaft is stuck, but I guess we can still try to turn the cannon manually.
Whatever it takes,
yeah.
yeah?
Not much time.
Perceptive, aren't you?
Into the cannon!
He keeps them glasses on.
I was just thinking about that.
I don't know if he's ever taken them off.
I like it though. Damn. That's fucking crazy.
What now?
40% charged and rising.
Once we move the cannon, I need you to activate the trigger mechanism.
Firing sequence.
Let's blow this joint while we still can, newbie.
Are you serious right now?
This isn't worth risking our lives. Neither of us are heroes by any stretch. Stop trying to be one.
I
Why are
mean,
you so scared? You don't think they'll be able to move the cannon?
Or be able to stop the damn ship.
Yeah, they got a lot to do.
but it's like everyone in the ship, a whole ass town. If you could try, at least you're already in the situation.
Oh, absolutely. Like
He's
yeah.
like, we gotta go. And,
And
it's
these
like,
are
bro.
kids we're talking about too, the orphanage.
And like, she's the one who is like the final step.
Yeah.
So like, why would like?
I mean, she would be the maybe shittiest person alive if she was like, yeah, like, let's go.
And then Bash is like, wait, the final step that we needed to happen didn't happen, and that's the reason why we
Oh,
crashed.
this is going great.
Walk away, newbie. And that's an order.
60% charged and
But this is her moment, you know what I
Sorry,
mean?
Roberto. Please leave without me.
Don't be a fool. If you stay here, you'll die.
You think I don't know that?
Oh, is this where Roberto
Well
leaves?
aware. I'm not gonna judge you for running. I can't run anymore. If I had held on to Tony's a little bit tighter, he would still have both his arms. That regret haunts me. And if I leave now, I'll feel the exact same way about this. I need to stay here for me.
80% charged. 91, 92,
No speeches here.
93.
Just say a prayer and push this thing to
94.
oblivion. Push, Blondie!
97. Plant output at maximum.
Oh my god. No way. They're going to bring it all the way back around on them?
No, it's like the momentum, maybe.
It's not over yet. I can get the ship to self-destruct.
What about the people on board?
For once, spare me the pitiful morality you have to sacrifice in order to save. Would you rather them all die?
There has to be a way!
Then take the reins, cowboy. Just this once.
The show is so
That's it.
fucking good.
If the orphanage crumbles because of you, I'll skin you alive and play with your bones until you're begging to die.
Settlement ahead.
We're still going to destroy the orphanage.
No, that's what I'm saying. They had so much to do. They had to, okay, the cannon was part of it, but now they got to stop the ship.
The plant.
Oh, shit.
The BBL
The
plant.
BBL. Bro, everything in this world runs on BBL energy. See, this is crazy too, dude.
Oh, it's gonna open.
Whoa.
Finally.
Rapidly approaching.
Oh, he's gonna do what that kid did, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
original.
That's kind of cool, though. I
Yeah.
like that.
He was like, ah.
Yeah. And then he's downing that shit, bro. Megan.
Oh!
Megan, that's how Megan talks to me, dude.
That's my favorite line.
That is her favorite line.
Whoa.
Gotta get that on the soundboard, man. Gotta get real fucking close, dude.
He did it. We're stopped.
Is this your doing?
Of course not. Hey, can I go home now?
No. Go recover Double Fang.
Seriously?
Where'd you go? We were just about to check in there.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, this is where it's revealed that he's a plant. Whoa, look at that!
See, that looks fucking cool, dude. Wow. Looks like a Na'vi.
I know.
Vash,
Whoa.
that pattern. It's like a plant.
Wow. Another great episode, man. The conclusion to the two-parter, it lived up to I mean, the bar was kind of low if we're comparing it to the original series, because that two-parter was infamous for not being like
The best.
the best. But again, like we touched about it in the last conversation that we had, but I really do love Wolfwood's situation here, and how he ends up coming around, and his whole dynamic like the dynamic between him and Vash is really, to me, like solidified in this episode. Like I just buy it, the drama, like the stakes, like I buy it so much more here, where he was like grappling with, you know, reality, someone who represents like, you know, most people jaded, most people who've been hurt over and over and over, but finally, like in his own way, giving Vash like the opportunity to do things his way, which is huge for him. At the end too, like bringing his friend back, like it's just all like acted so well.
Yeah.
It's all performed so well.
Well, it's funny because in so many ways, like in the original series, but obviously in Stampede too, like they mirror each other so well. And we have Vash who wants to save everyone, and Wolfwood who like only wanted to save one person, you know?
Yeah.
Like whether that be himself or like now his
The orphanage.
Yeah. The orphanage, but his like homie.
Oh, right.
Livio, yeah. Livio. But like it is confirmed, and we were kind of wondering in the last episode too, like, oh, is this true? And I think that we got a comment about it, and I looked it up, like that it is canonically like true that Wolfwood is in an older body than he is mentally, which I find really interesting because like he is super nihilistic just because of his like upbringing and what has happened to him, and I think like canonically, like they don't know exactly his real age, like he's in like a probably like 20-something-year-old body, but he mentally is like either between like 12 or 17.
But to me, why that is so fucking awesome is because it represents like people in this world who, and in situations like Wolfwood's, like hard, tough spots, people who have to grow up too fast. You know what I mean? And like he literally had to like grow up too fast, but it works like twofold. Well, literally and like symbolically,
and then it also mirrors Vash because Vash has stayed the same age for so long, but mentally he is kind of naive and like wants to save everyone and has hope, whereas like the younger person who's only been here for X amount of years like doesn't believe in humanity at all and has seen the worst of it.
Yeah, dude.
And you would think the same with like Vash.
So good.
But Vash does have hope in humanity because that's just who he is. And then you have the opposite of Knives wanting to take them out completely because he doesn't believe they can do good, or he doesn't believe that they're good at all because they are taking advantage of their own people in like not a great way. Mm-hmm. So he's trying to like I mean, I just think it's pretty crazy.
No, that's absolutely like that's poetry, dude. Like again, the immortal being is childlike, and the child is like a nihilist. Like it just like the way it all works. And that's what I mean about this episode, like really solidifying their dynamic for me. Like I when we first met this version of Wolfwood, what was it, 2 episodes ago, maybe 3 episodes ago, whatever. It wasn't an immediate sell. Like that was the one thing about Stampede that didn't like, I wasn't sold on right away. But as these episodes have gone on, especially after the last one, the one where we got to see his childhood, like in his origin in a way, like I am completely sold. And once again, it's taken a relationship, a dynamic, and elevated it.
And it's also going back to it's all thematically like perfect because it's the same thing that's happening with Meryl and Roberto, like in that room. Yeah. Like, absolutely. We gotta go. Are we gonna sacrifice ourselves? Like, and it's the person who has more life that's willing to sacrifice theirs than like the person who's already lived it. Like,
yeah. I mean, again, the like you said, the parallels are. I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautifully done, and it just it's what makes again this show like so good and such a whether like it's the most faithful thing to the source material or not, like I think to the overall like theme, to the overall message, like it really is like the best, I think, successor to the original in almost every way. Again, like seeing more of the plant too, and like Vash's connection. again, there are just moments of drama in this episode that hit, you know, when he's touching and he's calling out to this being.
And I like being, you know, we as audience members in like watching this unfold in the original and here, like in the original, we kind of were led on more than even the people around him. So like Meryl, Millie, Wolfwood, like they kind of started to piece it together, but it wasn't until he actually outright told Meryl, like, this is what's going on, this is what I am, that it finally clicked. And I, you know, I'm here for it. Like it was a long burn, and it was like, do they know? Do they not know? Do they understand? Like we understand kind of, but it was very like touch and go. But I do like the confirmation to them, like to the audience and to the characters that are traveling with him, like, oh, he is this. Like he has shown himself fully.
Yeah.
And I think that creates a lot more like trust between the characters, like being vulnerable and showing like your true self to the people around you will like in turn make them care more about you and like sharing yourself. And I think that Wolfwood kind of inadvertently like didn't want that to happen because he didn't expect Livio to be involved in this scenario. I don't think at all, because he was like, what is this, like who sent you? Like I didn't know. We had a plan of me, you know, taking out this guy. Why are you here? It's just because they want him to suffer. Like Legato's whole thing was wanting him to suffer. Like that is what it is.
Like more importantly, like he wants him to become like a ruthless like killer. He wants him to lose everything because he does recognize, even Legato recognizes that the connection to the orphanage, it might be something that they can hold over his head to make him do whatever they want him to do. And, you know, Livio, same with Livio. But they also realize that if they like completely take these things away, that he will like, he'll lose himself and he'll lose everything that like, you know, makes him human, and he will become like even more of a monster in I think Legato's mind.
Yeah, I mean, with Livio, when he shot himself, again, they're like, go get him because we could use him because they're going to somehow like either mutate him or he's going to be saved because he is like a super soldier where he can just heal. I don't know about a gunshot to the fucking head. But we did get like a flash to him looking at the mirror and seeing something else. It wasn't his reflection. So like maybe that was like a tell of like what he's going to turn into. I don't know. But yeah, I think that, I mean, because Wolfwood said, if I could have saved him a long time ago, I would have. Mm-hmm. So that implies that he's tried to get him out of this like brainwashed version of himself before.
And I think he recognizes the power, like being in that situation himself, like the power that these people wield and like how impossible it is for even him to like save himself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it makes me wonder because again, I think that also, I just think that this episode was done so well because it very respectfully like paid homage to the original, like you said with Wolfwood. Like even though he didn't go in the furnace the same way, like it was still a nod to that. The bad lads being in the background was like a nod to them. Like it was all like done so incredibly well. But when we're talking about pacing, this was such a huge moment for Wolfwood where, you know, even here a bit of foreshadowing potentially. He mentions like you have to make sacrifices to save people. So I wonder two things. I wonder how, you know, his, you know, inevitable potential like sacrifice like might like happen. And since this is only 12 episodes and we're coming to the end of it, like how soon it's going to happen, if it happens in these first 12 episodes at all. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I think he's already coming around and he's already reaching like this point a lot faster than I think he did in the original series, just because of like the overall pacing.
Right. I mean, there's so much cut out already.
Yeah.
Between the original and this series, but
I think that's why like Livio coming back will be like, because you mentioned that, I think that'll be like how that comes into play, or like the reason for him coming back is to kind of lead up to that.
But I mean, yeah, I you know, even Meryl's like journey so far, like she's doing things for herself. She's not just saying that she's doing it for the company or to get a scoop or like, oh, I'm just doing this because it's my job. Like they kind of replaced her with Roberto and is like, I'm just a journalist. I'm just this. I'm just an insurance girl. Like that's his job now. Like she's actively like rightfully traumatized. And it's funny when you think about like all of the shit that Meryl and Millie kind of went through throughout the original series with Vash. Like, yeah, anyone would be fucking traumatized seeing that shit and being caught up in the fucking stampede. And she has like a literal like physical thing that she could like, I mean not physical, but like a memory that she can go back to of like, damn, like if I was just like stronger in that moment, like obviously she can't like let that hang over her forever because it wasn't her fault at all. But just like making that decision and saying like, I'm doing this for me, like not for the company, not for the scoop, for me, like that already just gives her so much more development as a character. And not just like a sidekick type. Like
she has way more agency for sure.
Yeah.
And I love, that's why like I had a reaction to her saying that, because I feel like that's what the character was missing from the original series.
Mm-hmm.
So when she said like, you know, I'm doing this because it's the right thing
or
to
just
do,
Vash,
or, I'm
or
doing
for
this Vash, like, and she said like, I'm doing this for me. Like,
yes,
it was a really like great character moment.
Yes, because even like that's what's so frustrating, because like Meryl I thought was going to be that, and it ended up being Millie being the one that was like, I'm doing this because it's the right thing to do. I'm doing this because it's the good thing to do for me, for them. But like Meryl, like I wish she got that in the original series. It was just all, again, it was all for her job. It was, you know, for Millie, but like she just, for Vash, like it was all for other people besides herself, and like it was just kind of unfortunate.
It is interesting. I mean, we were talking about it last week, you know, us like being confused about Millie being in the original or not, and like looking more into it. Apparently the creators of Stampede did say that one of the reasons, because Millie is in the manga, but one of the reasons why she's not in this season is because they really wanted to focus on Meryl. They felt like Meryl, from the articles that I found, they felt like Meryl wasn't given enough in the original. And so they really wanted to not split the screen time. They wanted to really give her the spotlight as much as they could, right? Because Roberto's Roberto, you know what I mean? He really is there to just kind of like give Meryl these moments, you know? But they're necessary for us to really like care about this character, for her to like be more than just, not that she was ever necessarily a damsel in distress, but like for her to be just more than a background character who's just kind of like caught up in everything, who's like in awe of Vash and like has a crush on Vash and is like in love with Vash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is kind of what she just was in the original. Like, she never did anything. She didn't even confess her love. I mean, she was just like, wow, I love him, and that was kind of it. So I love this Meryl so much more. I love this Wolfwood. Like, again, it's just depth. It's depth all around. And that's my whole point about Wolfwood being here at this point emotionally. I feel like even his journey, obviously faster, but it's also different. It is
different, because I think Wolfwood, obviously, they didn't show a lot of it. They kind of did, showing like him being trained by that man or whatever. Like they showed it, but not to the extent they showed it in this series. And that makes so much more sense. Like you kind of like in the original, like I felt like he is more kind, inadvertently more kind. Like this Wolfwood's just angry, and like rightfully so. Like, yeah, I would be angry too. But Wolfwood in the original, like he was angry in moments where he couldn't, like Vash and him were butting heads, or angry at people that were bad or whatever. But he was like way more, I don't want to say happy, but like he was just lighter. And this Wolfwood feels so much more heavy.
This Wolfwood feels like OG Wolfwood in the Seed, spaceship. You know, when he went up into the ship and he was just like mad at everybody.
Yeah, and then he's like chain smoking in the hallway, and he's like dropping his buds everywhere, and they're just like, "What the fuck, bro?" Like, and he's like, you guys are gonna, he was an asshole for no reason.
Wolfwood like all the time.
Yeah,
but I again, it works. It makes sense. I like it. This was a great conclusion to the two-parter. And I don't know, man.
I'm excited to see the next episode.
The title of the next episode, like, I don't know. Where it left off, it seems like it's going to be a crazy one, but let's just jump into it. Our reaction of episode 8, Our Home.
And we're rolling. Today is very special, Future Us. It's the twins' first birthday. How has it already been a year? Time flies when you're with the people you love.
He's already
I need
moody.
to eat this junk, I told you. Hey, stop whining, I'm so hungry. This is such a waste.
It doesn't matter whether you eat it or not.
Uh-oh, the recording light is off. Huh? Oh no!
Wait, what? You two think you're so funny.
Got him.
They fucking got him.
Wow, you love
love that video. Doting mom syndrome, huh?
Who could ever blame me for doting anyway?
So can we have another birthday party next year too?
I say no.
I say yes, because I love you.
Damn. This is gonna be intense.
Oh, okay.
It's an iron rain right there. Bro, seeing them in their pod still is dark.
I finally did it! A brilliant success! You killed them, even Rim! You're my accomplice. You gave me the program access code. Of course you're my accomplice. Well, aren't you, Vash? If I can find our ship, I'll find you, Rim.
No
Oh,
way.
God.
No way. Oh my God, he looks burned to a crisp.
He's charred.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
I don't want to be here. I just want to go away.
Hey, there's a kid. He looks alive.
I
Whoa.
had a feeling,
Crazy.
but now I'm sure. That's a plant reaction.
He looks like a kid to me.
Oh.
An independent, huh?
What's that?
Plants are usually cloned from an original cell, but that's not the only way they can form. On very rare occasions, plants can give birth.
Are you saying one plant gave
Huh?
birth to another plant?
Mm.
Does he pose any risk? Shouldn't we toss him in a case like the non-human looking ones?
Hey, do you remember which ship you were on before the crash?
Ship 5, ma'am. What happened to it? What happened to Rim? Do you know?
Officer Rem Sovereign.
She raised us so she's more like a parent.
Who is us?
Were there any other independents aboard ship with you?
Damn.
Yeah, there was one, but I bet he's dead now.
So you ditched everyone and ran off to save yourself. What's wrong with you?
You're going to scare him, Brad.
Boo-hoo. Brad's
Fucking
hiding
Brad.
something.
What's your name?
Vash.
Hey there, Vash. I'm Louita Leitner. After the big crash, I somehow wound up in charge of good old Ship 3 here. Since you're a generator and all, what kind of stuff do you generate? Electricity? Chemical compounds? Maybe amino acids?
I'm not like other plants. I can't generate anything at all. The other independent could, though. All I do is eat, drink, and sleep.
I see. Sounds about like what I do.
Earlier, you told me that I'm lucky to be here and to come up with something to do. But there's nothing I can do. I've tried.
So Brad just called in from Ship 5. He said he found a few survivors, but no trace of your friend Rem. I'm sorry, but the ship was in ruins. It's safe to say she's... You should know what the survivors told us, that Rem held her post till the very end. She was trying to stop the crash.
Damn, girl, you couldn't go in the room?
Is this all you could find of Rem's?
We spent 2 weeks under rubble and corpses to find this stuff. The least you could say is thanks. We recovered the black box, but not sure we can analyze it. It's pretty banged up. We also dug up this guy, but it's trashed too.
So Ship 5 was completely destroyed, and ours isn't looking great. Sounds like we're stuck, huh?
Hey, how long are you planning to keep that kid around?
The food not to your liking?
I'm not gonna eat it, okay? So stop bringing stuff.
Oh, please, it doesn't matter whether you eat it or not, silly. We found this in the ruins of Ship 5. She knew how special you are, Vash. Believe in yourself. There has to be something special that only you can do.
I'm useless. I can't do anything.
Is that kid the monster they picked up?
Look at him. What a little creep.
They should kill him already.
Y'all, thin walls.
Getting to know you two has meant the entire world to me.
Can y'all, like, unfucking cuff him?
The people that died? What is he doing?
Oh, maybe.
The days he's been in there?
Because they said 2 weeks had passed, so maybe he's just keeping track of time. Oh,
feels
great,
no point in
knives.
Keeping him
Knives.
alive. It's just like he said. He's a plant that can't produce anything.
Critical
It's gonna be
error in
footage of
navigation settings.
fucking knives.
Time until emergency cryosleep recovery is. They won't make it at this rate. The injection
Wait, is that
data was
her?
replaced. Manually repairing trajectory control system. Control thrusters at maximum.
Bruh, he's coming for you.
It's the electrical plant.
The flower. It's opening. If the plants aren't compatible with this planet's environment, what would happen?
You know the answer is we all die.
Hey! Did something bad happen to the
Yeah, how'd you know?
He must have overheard us somehow.
Okay, bro.
He's a fucking
But I'm too busy for this. I have to get back there.
I'm
Calling up for help!
Be smart. He just wants you to let him go.
Please let me meet the
This guy's a fucking idiot.
No matter what darkness life throws at you, boys, I promise you, it'll be all right. Trust me.
Whoa.
I mean, he can heal plants. Like, that's fucking, he's like a healer. Wow. Wow.
It's okay. I'm right here.
It's our hero. Thanks, Vash. You saved lots of lives today.
It was nothing. I just did what I could.
Oh, he ate his food.
He needed the fucking energy.
It's your new room.
Yay.
Starting now, you're an official resident. What do you say? That sound good to you? Before you answer, I owe you an apology. Sorry we locked you up.
Thanks a ton, Louita.
You'll have to thank Brad, too.
Huh?
I wouldn't have been able to convince everyone all by myself.
Brad?
Hey, I said don't tell him.
As he looks. We're going to trade your handcuffs for a guard outside your door.
I still think you can't be trusted. One wrong move and you're out, punk.
Yeah. Oh, and I wanted to tell you, I thought of something for you to do. You become a doctor, or more like a counselor, for the plants.
Cute. I want to see him like wake up one day and be like fucking fully grown.
Yeah, no, literally.
Vash? She's gonna be like, I don't know what happened.
Bro, this is what he needed. He needed a purpose. He needed something to do. Like, I mean, this is so good. Oh, brother, here we go.
That's not Knives. That's him.
Oh, okay.
What's the time frame? Because he grew pretty quickly in the other ship.
Yeah, I wonder how
so-
long he was there with them.
Well, I'm thinking this might have been the like
Oh,
maybe
he's
the
growing.
maybe the ship that he was on with that other guy that made him the gun
Oh, yeah,
or like
maybe.
the arm.
Maybe. That would be really
Because they
cool.
said their gravity plant.
And that's where Brad was, right?
always tag along.
That was Chad.
Complain. Brad duty is heaven compared to post.
I think.
I thought that was Brad.
Oh, it is Brad.
Yeah.
Wait, no, okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Let's forget about the other
Brad
guy.
wasn't Chad.
What was the other guy though?
I forgot. Steve, I think.
Steve, that's who I was thinking of, not Brad. Sorry, Brad. That was disrespectful to you.
Even though you don't look like one.
Give it back.
No, I'm good.
So this is definitely that
Yeah.
that ship then.
Hey, Vash.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Because
This
bro,
is
they
all
look
for
the
you.
same
A little
age.
something from everyone aboard.
Yeah, they do.
It's brand new.
I think he's been here a
Shouldn't have
year.
clothes are so hard to get. What a pretty shade of red.
Not too flashy, is it?
No, red's my favorite. It's Rem's favorite too. She used to raise a bunch of red geraniums back in the day.
Really? Oh.
Thank you. I'm so glad I get to live here. This place really feels like home.
Feels like home. I love that.
So
Ship
interesting.
3 is a bland name. I've been thinking about changing it for a while now. From this day forth, our ship shall be called Home.
Guess I've got some room to grow. Home.
I never expected you and Vash
this
to
is
become
good.
such peas in a pod.
We're not. I'm just making sure the punk doesn't stray too far out of line.
That's the black box from 5. I thought you couldn't repair it.
Oh,
couldn't
great! They're
back
gonna see
then.
that Knives
It's been
just
5
fucking
years
was in
since
charge.
change.
Did it? Oh,
You might even think it's fucking Vash.
yeah, I know.
And bingo.
Fuck.
Finally did it! You killed them, even Rem! Don't scold me. You're my accomplice. You gave me the program access code. Of course you're my accomplice.
I hear Vash, but who's the other
Must
voice?
be that independent he mentioned. He didn't die in the crash after all.
Brad's a monster, not a human. He's never been on our side.
I mean, what else would they think?
Oh my god. I mean, that's kind of worse than Knives showing up and fucking killing everybody.
The fact that he had to leave.
He's got to be hiding a clue about the other independents somewhere in here.
Bro, you see the pictures every day. Oh, he took the pictures.
Thanks to everyone, I was able to get back on my feet again.
Oh,
I
it was the
consider
only one
all
he
of you
took?
as family, so I couldn't continue to lie. I'm so sorry. No matter how much you want to forget the past, there is no escape. It's time for me to face that. An independent will make up for what an independent has done.
The last thing he wrote is, "This is my atonement." We have to go after him. You can't stop me.
I won't try. When you find the punk, tell him I'm sorry. I didn't mean what I said.
Just wait and tell him yourself. I'm going to bring him home.
Girl, I swear to God. Brad, go, please. Oh my God. Knives is gonna fucking kill her too.
I can't. I literally can't with this shit, bro. No, no. I need to know. I need to know.
Wait, what?
So they saved me again, huh?
Oh, he's back. Oh, but it's like all of their descendants. Dead plants. Nye.
Bro. Hey. No! No. I did not want that to be over. I need more. I need to know. Again, this is what I really did feel like was missing from the OG series. It was giving Vash something to do. I would constantly joke throughout that the original series that Knives could do everything. Knives could do all these things, was like super powerful, and Vash like never did anything. And I thought it was a choice. Like I thought he hadn't connected to that power, or he chose not to.
He chose to like push it away because obviously what happened in the original series with July and him like mass fucking destroying a town and a civilization, like he didn't want to hone that power of the plant because he just thought it was like what Knives was doing, pure destruction. But it's nice to see obviously in this one that like it doesn't have to just be destruction, it doesn't have to be just bad, it can be good. Like he said like, oh, I can't produce anything, Knives can. Like I wonder what he can produce then. Like can he produce, I guess he could produce energy.
Some
like
kind of energy, yeah.
Well, we're even talking about different types of energy.
Yeah.
Like that's what was crazy. And like I just wish this was in the OG. I really do. I mean, I love that I get it now, but like damn, because I mean, we saw this ship in the original. We saw Brad, we saw Jessica.
Yeah.
And the old man who made his, arm and modifications. We knew that he lived on there for a while and then left and then came back. But he didn't do any of this shit. And even like him getting there as a kid, also like immediately after the crash, like was awesome. Like he's not just following Knives around, and like that's another thing in the OG. He was just waiting for him a long time. He waited a full ass year, and even before that, he was just following him for what? He was just on. He just literally bowed to Knives and was like, "Yes, I'm going to do what you want."
Subservient to him for like what appeared to be years and years and years and years
after the crash. But this is like I'm running away from him. Like I am not going to even be a part of that, because like that is a very valid. Both are valid because Vash didn't want to be alone, and Knives is the only one that was with him in the OG. But this one, it makes more sense because I mean that's also another reaction of like I never want to see you again. Like you are the worst person ever because you are in charge of this. But seeing him here and building a relationship and like having a purpose and being able to talk to the plants and like them using him as a way to like honestly, like help. They're not. The thing with Knives is like they're mistreating the plants and they're just using them and using them for energy and all this stuff. But like I think that Vash being there in the ship, like helping them understand the plants better, how to treat them better, what they need and what the humans need, and working together, like that was like a great relationship.
Yes.
And I wish we got to see more of it and even more information on the plants. Like, yeah, he does look human. Why does he look so human? Like, did a plant and a fucking human have a baby? Like, how was it made?
Again, that's what they kind of, well, not a plant and a human, but they said that sometimes plants can give birth, that plants are typically clones, and every now and then, like, they'll give birth.
But why are they more human? Why do they have human genetics in it?
Again, I really think that Rem was like experimenting on plants, or like her team was like doing something like with plants.
Well, it's a top secret.
Yeah, like you don't have access to this data. I think we're going to find something like that out. But I love everything, like from the very beginning, like Vash feeling human things, like feeling hunger. Knives like being already like so on a biological level, like so disconnected from humanity. Like I don't need food. Vash, I think, needing it to do what he does, to heal, like him being a healer, but also like
him. I mean, that's a connection. Like he said, like all I do is eat, sleep, and drink, and she's like, yeah, that's literally all I do too.
Yeah,
like I do the same. Like we do the same things. And maybe Vash feeling those things, but maybe he feels it Because I was even thinking that in the episode. I'm like, would it be crazy if like this whole time, even in the OG, like Vash really didn't need to eat to have sustenance. Like he didn't need to drink. Like he didn't need to do those things, but like he wanted to try to do them so bad that he just inevitably like let it become a part of his daily life and like trained himself to like feel hunger. Or like, I know I should be hungry right now, so I want to eat something, like to be human, like vampire shit.
For them to make them more comfortable.
But I think that's I mean, I don't think that's true. I think it is like what you said, like Vash is not only morally connected more to humanity, like I think he is more human.
I think so. I think so too.
Knives, because I don't think he can produce any energy. I think that he can give energy.
Exactly. I think he's the only one that can heal.
Well, like heal. I don't know about. Is it necessarily healing or is it communication? I mean, we don't know how he's doing what he's doing.
He's the only one that can do that, and for some reason, Knives like wants them to be like.
Well, Knives wants him because of that, probably.
Maybe,
or maybe Knives doesn't even know.
Maybe Knives doesn't even know. But I like it because he's clearly the only one that can do it, right? Because the humans like had no idea what the fuck was going on. Like, was it the environment? Like, what was happening? And if this plant went out, it was gonna mean their survival. Like, they were going to die because of it. And I like what you said too, just about him representing, because now this is a main character. Like with again, like someone said, like, and I don't think they were being any kind of way about it. I think they were just like stating a fact, which was in the original series, like you were told, the comment read something along the lines of like, you were told from the beginning that Vash was sort of like a Jesus figure. So like, why are you shocked when this happens at the very end? And it's not that like I'm shocked that this happened. It's just that I felt like that was never really explored beyond like the very, 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 very like surface. It
was him talking to plants and having a connection to plants. But again, we didn't even know he was a plant until much later in the series. And it kind of makes sense that him, putting Knives over his shoulder and taking him with him, like, because he could heal Knives. Like, right. I mean, like, potentially but they don't show that.
But they don't show that. And that could, like, this retroactively could make the fucking OG series and the OG ending, like, better. Knowing, this. My point is, you also mentioned just like the healing of like, or like, Vash teaching people and showing people like how to take care of these plants. Like, I also think there's a message there too about like, respecting, them,
nature.
These people having more respect, for these like forces, for this power, for this energy.
And I don't think Knives even gave him that opportunity. He didn't give them the opportunity to show him any different, that they're just going to take advantage of us, they're just going to cast us aside. And there was like no communication. He already just decided like he knew better and they couldn't be taught to respect, or they couldn't be taught to do anything, so we just need to take him out immediately. And Vash like proves that that's not true. I mean, Rem even proved that that's not true by like taking them in and raising them as a human being. Whereas other human beings are like, oh no, we don't want them. Like, we should probably kill them. We should put them with the non-human looking ones. And it's kind of fucked up too. I mean, on another level of like how Vash looks more human, but he is a plant, and they treat him differently than the plants that don't look human. And they now are like, because he's giving them a voice, obviously, and saying like they can't communicate with the humans, so he's saying like, oh, they're saying this, oh, they want this, oh, or they're feeling this, or oh, like he's a line of like communication, and communicating in all of it is like so important. Like him even talking to Knives, like, why do you feel they say like communication?
But that's also what makes Knives' rage make so much more sense, because like the humans' reaction was like, oh, we should like not just handcuff him and put him in a cell, but like we should lock him up, put him in one of these vats, and like make him like power our shit. Like, that's what they do to them. So Knives' rage also just to me makes more sense, because he didn't give them the opportunity to think to change his mind. Like he already was like, oh, this is what they do, this is what they're gonna do with us, this is what they're gonna do forever, like we need to stop this shit immediately. And then that's why he's taking back all the plants right now. Yeah, man. I mean, I just think this is so much better. I like this message so much more.
Than the 2-parter when him and Wolf would go back to the seed ship.
Yeah, dude, because it's the passage of time also that I really feel, and again I feel like the characters are more real. Like back to the Jesus comparison, it's like it's a classic case of like telling us versus showing us. It's what we were told, like, oh yeah, he's this like sort of like Jesus figure, this like savior figure, but it's the same thing that I love about like something like a Vinland Saga. Like it's the difference between showing us and or telling us and then showing like
that's what
Thorfinn
I said. Yeah,
100 hits. I mean, it's
in the last episode, I said the same thing. Like it's so much different than like you showing us what happened, showing Meryl what he is versus just like him having a conversation and then cutting away and being like, oh, that's your brother. It's like, well, I wanted to see that emotion. Like I wanted to see that reaction. And also I was just thinking about it too. Oh fuck, I forgot my fucking line of thought. No. Oh yes, okay. Back to the OG series. Sorry, we talked about the OG series a lot. Like when they meet the people on the ship and Jessica and Brad. Jessica.
Yeah.
When they're when they're kids, they meet Vash and he's already grown. I like this switch of like them meeting Vash when he was a kid, and then they're going to obviously he's going to outlive them, but look like that, it's much more powerful because like I think that Vash seemed like a person who raised himself and just kind of did his own thing and didn't have someone to rely on besides Rem, and then just kind of went to the wild and became a person on his own. But this shows like, oh no, yeah, he was a fucking kid and he needed people to help him literally, like he's not like a wild child. Like he had nurture, and I don't think Knives had that because Knives was already leaps and bounds ahead of Vash. Like Vash needed that human connection, and Knives was fine not having it at all, like him being on his own. Like that makes so much more sense to me.
Yeah, and again, like I like that we're getting to like feel that time pass as opposed to him arriving on this ship and then we discover like, oh yeah, he actually like spent a lot of time here. He actually, like we're actually stopping the madness of like all of these insane battles and action, sets, like these action sequences, and we're slowing down to spend time and to see him grow up and to see these connections and to see these human characters like completely come around. Like Brad going from like starting as an asshole and then kind of coming around and then hacking the computer and then becoming an asshole again is such a stereotypical sort of like beat for them, and I was kind of okay with them like with that being it.
Yeah.
But then him coming around again and saying like, "Damn, like I jumped."
Well, because it's miscommunication.
No, I know
they're not communicating. Like they're just hearing, like the other side of the story, and Vash like honestly and truly like knew if he stayed there, then yeah, Brad's would not have listened to he would not have listened to reason at all, and probably killed him or put him in a fucking vat. Like.
Yeah,
he wouldn't have like what it was mine. No, he wouldn't have given a fuck. Like,
but it's so much more human, and there's just so much more emotion, and it gives these characters so many more like layers. I feel like like in that moment, Brad was scared. Brad's never seen anything like this before. He doesn't really even like know Vash. He's always kind of like questioned him, and then in that moment, he's like, "Fuck, dude, I had a moment of weakness." Vash, like a child, saw that. And now is going on this like suicide mission, and it's my fault. And he comes back around. Like, I don't know. It just like, I love it for its like commitment to character. It's like commitment to not make these characters just like
one note.
Yeah, one note, or like they're hitting the same beats that characters hit in every fucking show. It just feels more like grounded in a lot of ways, man. And I feel like. Even like how it's like paced, like cutting back to him being there again, and like us not knowing like what the current state of the ship is.
Yeah, and I also like we Vash was obviously rightfully so because she did pass away in a horrible way, but like Rem like was a big driving force for him. Rem, it's all about not all about Rem, but like he does things for Rem. He's living his life for Rem. He's doing this for Rem, and like he hasn't really mentioned that as much in this version of Stampede. He hasn't really mentioned her at all, really.
Yeah.
And I like how it wasn't necessarily him that took Rem's advice or like wanted to be like her. It was I forgot her name with the short hair that we just met. Her like seeing like, oh, she took a risk on these like plant kids. There's obviously something else going on. Like, I'm going to trust Rem in this moment. Like, if she can do this, then I believe too. Like, I just thought that was cool. Like, it wasn't just Vash being like, well, Rem told me, like, well, I'm living because of Rem. And like, she doesn't even know Rem on that level. And she's like, you know what? Like, she feels like different, I guess. Like, she risked everything to do this. Like, I'm going to put my trust into her, this person I've never met. Like, that was also very powerful too.
Yeah. I just think, again, like we talked about at the beginning of the show, like giving Knives something to do outside of just like be this villain who wants to make Vash's life a living hell. Like him going around collecting these plants, like Vash, being able to like heal these plants and, establishing like the differences on a chemical level between them, like all of it. Like all of it is so, it's so, I think, necessary, and that's why I had that reaction when you said like I wish we had this in the OG, because like that's I mean, the ambiguity is totally fine. Like there's nothing wrong with it, and there were like enough breadcrumbs. Like when you see Knives in the OG series and he's injured and he's like in a vat and he's like healing, he's like in one of the same things that like the angels are in or whatever, like
plants.
The plants are in, like, you can context clues, sort of like piece things together. Ambiguity is fine, but the problem is it wasn't, not that it wasn't saying anything, but for me personally, for Josh, like it wasn't saying enough. Like it had like something to say, but it didn't feel like confident in what it was saying, or it didn't feel like it had like a lot to say. You know what I mean? And again, like I mean that with like all respect to the original. And I just feel like this has taken that and really like, just made it better. But that's my personal opinion. I've loved this series so much. I can't believe we have 4 episodes left after this.
Yeah, it's funny, like, I don't know, assuming that things are going to be similar or the same up until this point. Like, right when we saw, like, Rem, that little video, I was like, okay, here we go. We're going to go through the whole motions of them going on the ship and then meeting fucking Steve and him being a drunken asshole and then being framed for, sexually assaulting one of the crewmates. And then we're going to have that other guy trying to shoot Rem. And she's gonna be no. Like I was expecting all of that. Like I was like, oh, this is gonna be a retelling of that, and then it just completely was like, no. Yeah. Let me hold my hand, sweetie, when I tell you we're not gonna do that today. We're gonna do something completely different. We're gonna give you more information about these plants. You're gonna get to see why Vash can communicate with them, like what he can do. Like it was like, oh my god, I don't know why I think it's gonna be similar when it's like a completely different vibe and story and everything. Like, and I strongly suggest watching the original before you watch this. You can watch this before, but I feel complete. I feel like everything that the original lacked, like this is giving us, and it just feels so great. Like I feel like pieces of the original that I wish were there are here, and it just feels like it's fitting in all into one like story that I can just like, oh, okay, yeah, like, yeah, Wolfwood was actually this age, but he's not. He's actually this age, and it's like that was never okay, but now it is. Yeah, and now it all makes sense. And yeah, that's all you can hope for, I guess, and like a retelling of a story. Yeah. Because I feel like it's rare, and it hardly ever happens. It's like Disney, take notes. Like this is how you do it. If you're gonna do a fucking live action, I'm not gonna get into it. Okay, I'm not gonna get heated. But if you're gonna do a live action, watch fucking Stampede. I mean, this isn't live action; it's a retelling. But that's what the live actions are, though. Let's be real; it's a retelling of the original story. They change a lot of shit. They are okay, and we're gonna see like how good How to Train Your Dragon is, and it's gonna be hilarious. You're gonna be fucking crying in the corner, and I'm so excited for that. Down with Disney. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Let's be true. Speak your truth, girl. And this, I'm sorry, during this time of the recording, we're just a lot of Lilo and Stitch stuff around. So like, it might be dated at this point, but it's relevant to me right now. And this, I feel like Rem. I feel like Rem right now is like
feelings about this have existed for a long.
Yeah, but I feel like Rem. She's like, oh yeah, like here's a message for future me.
Yeah.
Like happy birthday. This is. I'm like, that's literally me right now. I'm gonna look back on this and be like, oh yeah, you were feeling that. I mean, okay, I'm rambling now. Anyway, yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in. For watching. Another video, sitting through these reactions, listening to these discussions. We appreciate you being here, going through the series with us. Let us know your thoughts, your comments are appreciated and do help. But we also are so curious to hear everybody else's thoughts, like your feelings about some of the changes, where things went versus the original. And again, like we really are curious to know your opinion if you've seen the original and also if you haven't, because we have that experience, and I'm extra curious to hear like what your thoughts are if you have only seen this and not the original. Subscribing to the channel also helps and means a lot. It's something you can do for absolutely free. Liking the video is something you can do for absolutely free, and it matters. We're really trying to grow this channel. We're trying to add more shows that we react to this channel, and growth is like how we're going to be able to do that. If you want to see the full uncut, unedited, unobscured versions of these reactions and all of our previous reactions, patreon.com/volume1pod, multiple tiers. You can gain access to our entire backlog at any of those tiers, and you can even try out our Patreon for free for the first 7 days to check it out to see if it's right for you. Speaking of members, again, we want to thank everybody, but we want to give a special thank you to members of our V1P tier. So thank you to all, but a very special thank you to
Drew Sims, Wombo, William Martinez Ramirez, David Ramirez,
Jonathan R. and Quattro. Thank you guys from the bottom of both of our hearts. The only thing left to do now is get out of here on our outro that's always the same and never changes, which today, Megan, is
BBL Power, bro.
BBL Energy.
BBL Energy.
BBL, give me that BBL energy.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. That's perfect.
You think so?
Well, I mean,
Brad's still Chad.
Brad is maybe even more of a Chad.
I think he is.
That, I don't even think
because he doesn't have like Jessica. Like he doesn't like have to be tied down by like I have a crush on a girl.
Right.
Like he's just his own person.
I'm so glad that we've like moved away from that. You know what I mean?
Like it's like not everything is about relationships. Not everything is about love. Like you can be your own person. I know it's shocking. You can be your own person without being in a relationship or fawning over another person. Like it's great.
It's just not as like this is more interesting than like a love triangle.
No, I want to know you first.
Yeah.
I want to know you first. Be your own person first, because I can guarantee you, if I'm watching you in your love, I'm talking to you. If I'm talking to you right there. If I watch you in your love story, and then I know you as a person, and I see hints of love and romance, that's when my feet. That's when my feet are kicking up. That's when I'm excited.
You're
I go,
kicking your feet.
ooh,
Okay,
and
yeah.
like then I'm more invested.
Yeah,
like I'm more invested in Chad if he were to tell, what's her name, his maybe feelings, if he had any feelings for her, like then that.
Then at this point,
that's what I mean.
Oh, yeah, like don't lead with that. Like don't let that be your whole.
I want to know you.
I want to know you.
I want to know you, Chad.
Yeah.
I want to know you, Chad. I want to know you, Brad, and I want to know your story. And that's what just people. You should just know you.
Yeah.
And then I can guarantee people will like you more.
Oh yeah.
If you just do.
And that's
I'm rambling.
That's the
Can we please go? I'm gonna
BBL energy. Give me that BBL energy.
Okay, I'm gonna keep talking. We have to leave now.
Thank you for watching, for clicking on this video, for hanging out with us, and until next time, give me that
BBL energy.
Enough to power a ship across the galaxy.
They do it was a BBL, but then now we're seeing the unraveling. It's like a flower. It's kind of like a flower. And now they have more proportionate bodies, but it was just tiny little legs.
Right, and a
BBL.
big ol' ass.